It was fun. I loved it. I had the best time because it was like a vacation from filmmaking for me. Complete from I'd just done all these very heavy movies, and I wanted to do something that would be light and fun and joyful, and this was it. I had a great time. That was I suppose one of the best experiences I've ever had as an actor. Just real freedom and it was light and crazy and wild, and it had a lot to do with my father and all of that stuff. It was a really quite wonderful time. So I think that would be the best. I think one of the best. Speedboats on the Mediterranean with my wife. Perfect. Also, giving the prize to Ken Loach was probably one of the great things. Well, it was one of my favourite times. Wine. Yeah, he used to sneak off the set drag me. I mean, he took me we're filming in Paris, central Paris, and he took me to a winery around I don't know what a wine store around the corner. We didn't get back for hours. So drunk. He's wonderful. He's so brazen and so full of life, and hopefully he doesn't care what you guys say about him, which I think is probably true. He's a good man. I think that's true. I think it's a director's medium, and I think that's what's great about it. And we're part of that process. I think in theatre, but definitely we're in charge, especially when the director's very little. But I think that film is about what the director has to say and what he has to communicate with the audience. Stephen Fraser, Stephen looks like a tramp. He's one of those guys who never, even if he was in the poshest suit, he's always a bum to me. One of the greatest men, and he gave me my first feature film. So for him, I only have love, really. He's a tremendous man. That's a difficult one for me because I was very, very fond of Tupac Shakur, and I was very friendly with him, and we were good together. We should have done other films together. We would have been good. And so, when that happened, that was not good. It was an awful thing. So I have a lot of sadness, but a lot of happiness when I think of it, the memories of it. I was busy because I was doing going to do Planet of the Apes, and then I was going to do the Harry Potter thing, and I couldn't do both. They were arranging it so I could fly back from England to the States, but I thought I'd just be too exhausted. And so I just chose to work with Tim Burton, which was important to me at the time. And the Harry Potter books, I really was enjoying them, reading them to my kids, and to be part of the film would have been good, but I'd rather that they were in my imagination, to be honest with you. That's just kind of drives you crazy. Absolutely drives me crazy. But it's homework. That's homework. And one of my first questions is, can I do it in an English accent? That's one of the first things I do. And quite often I can't. So.
Can you do a French accent?
It depends what region.
Oh.
So that's the idea, is that when you do accents of any, or dialects, or if you're speaking in another language, you kind of want it to be regional and specific, and that's the hardest thing, I think, to do. That's one of my favourite films. One of them that I've done. We were trying to do something, a tough little movie, about a very difficult subject that was kind of close to his heart, and so I was really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed making that film. It's tough, but a great character to play. Well, he's one of my favourite men on the planet, and he isn't just an utter inspiration on a cinematic level and on a political level. He's one of the great human beings, and he's never ever changed. I mean, he's changed, but he's never wavered. He's always stayed straight, stayed strong and true. Good guy. Frenchie. He's just funny. He can't hide because he's so tall, and he's very, very funny on set. Louis used to direct we were doing the big battle sequences and stuff, and he got this effects machine he had brought in, and it did explosions and stuff, and roars of planes and helicopters taking off, and he had it mic'd up to these big speakers on this huge field we were in. And so when, and he'd have a bullhorn, and we'd be pretending that something was there, and here comes the helicopter. It's all this kind of stuff. It's really, really funny. I'll never forget that. And he would play the Hulk, run around and smash stuff and play the Hulk and make noises. I don't know, he's hilarious. But a truly gentle guy. And he was the one that fought for me to be in the film. Marvel were very uncertain about me being in the film, and he fought for me, so I'll give him that.